Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic evening and you're getting ready for the racing that's going to be taking place out at the Vaal. I'm going to have the postman tipping out at the Vaal, and hopefully he steers us in the right direction and he delivers like he normally does. Guys, I'm doing a profit and loss video for the whole season from last year, July, to the end of this year, July, of the profit that we've made at Top Tipper Betting Tips. We're quite proud of what we've achieved, but I will be doing um, a podcast with regards to that. The kid tipped to win it today in the first race for us, so well done to the kid. Let's keep it going into the new season, and hopefully we can crack a nice couple of winners and we can make nice tidy profit. So I'm going to hand you over now to the postman.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. And racing comes to us on Thursday, the 4th of August, from the Vaal Classic track. Please take note, guys, there are 8 races carded, and the first is due off at 12:40. Going through the card, it's not a bad card, and I think we certainly get involved here. The first race, as I said, due off at 12:40. This is a work riders maiden plate for the girls, to be run over 1,600 meters, and there are 10 horses carded for this event, and there is one first timer, so please just watch the betting on horse 10, Celtic Babe. On going through this race, I think it's a race in 2. And our first selection is horse 5, Skyfall. Joe Genguiza getting the ride for the Broncos yard. Nicely drawn at 3. Carrying 57 kilos. Last time out beaten a short head in a work riders event. And I certainly think that Skyfall will be there when the whips are cracking. For second, I have gone for the favourite, and this would be horse number 1, I'm in Love. Paulie Peter sends this one out, first time over the distance. Last time out was staying on. If I'm looking for negative here, making respiratory noises last time out. We know that it was the first time for the Paul Peter stable. Wasn't a bad effort, finishing 4th. I'm just very skeptical to see how this one will go, especially second run after a rest. For third, I have gone for horse number 6, and this is Roslyn. Waiting van Staden gets the ride here for Robin Klaassen. Has some fair form, only 2 lengths behind Manhattan, 3 lengths behind Cerulean Dancer. If I have to find a negative here, drawn 8 out of 10. But this one is still improving, and again, can give a decent account of herself. For 4th, we have gone for horse number 9, and this is Miss Tango. This filly runs for the Fabian Habib yard. Last time out was not a bad effort. Finishing just over 5 lengths behind the winner, over 1,600 meters. And as I said, something has to run 4th. We've gone for horse 9. But I would certainly look at the 10 going down to start. Celtic Babe. I do like Coup de Gras as a stallion, and I generally watch all his babies go down. So race 1, guys, gone 5, 1, 6, 9. By pot, I think 1 and 5 will be sufficient to get you guys through. Second race on the card, due off at 13:15, maiden plate over 1,600 meters. Again, 10 horses carded. There is a first timer here, horse number 9, Royal Raphael, Rachel Venica riding this one. So again, guys, just watch the betting here. In the second race, again, I think this is another match race. And my first selection here is horse number 7, Atticus Finch. JP van der Merwe retaining the ride here for the Alec Laird yard. This has had one run, was a decent effort, finishing third on that occasion, showed a lot of potential. We know the second horse has come out and won, so the form of that one has been franked. And I think that if you can get 12 to 10, I think it's worth a small touch. For second, we've gone for horse number 8, Central City, Gavlarina for Paulie Peter. Again, this has had two fair efforts. Gavin jumps aboard this one for the first time. Last time out over 1400, this made late headway, which would indicate to us that the 1600 will suit this one down to the ground. For third, we've gone for horse number 1, Clap of Thunder, Cabello Mazziani for Brett Crawford, nicely drawn at 1. Has had 8 starts for 3 seconds, always finds one to beat it. However, I do think that the classified track would suit this one down to the ground, and again, cannot be left out if you take in trifectas and quartets. 18 to 10 to have a bet on the nose, I certainly would look elsewhere. For fourth, we've gone for horse number 5, Global Breeze. Has had 3 moderate efforts, took on winners last time out, and again, can certainly fill in the back of trifectas and quartets. This one will make them pay. So race 2, guys, we've gone 7, 8, 1 and 5. We move on to the third race, which off at 13:55, a graduation plate to be run over 1450 meters. A nice small field here. And our first selection here is horse 5, Feather Boa. Cabello Mazziani getting the ride here for Stewie Pettigrew. This one won last time out, ran on from Stone last, and that was at Greyville. And again, certainly think that this one will give a decent account of itself. For second, we have gone for horse 2, Raffles, Gavlarina for Roy Magna. Again, last time out, very, very decent effort, just under 2 lengths to Mover and Shaker. Was running on that occasion, and again, should certainly give a decent account of itself. For third, gone for a nice little roughie here, horse number 4, Time to Shine, Muziyeni for Brett Warren. This finished behind our second selection last time out. This one will jump and sit handy, and again, can certainly fill in one of the minor spots. For fourth, horse number 1, Total Protection. Gabriel Peters has been riding very well. He gets a ride here for Ashley Fortune, claims it's 2.5, and again, certainly good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 3, we've gone 5, 2, 4, 1, and we think that 5 is the right one. We'll move on to the fourth race, and this is due off at 14:35, a graduation plate for the girls to be run over 1450 meters. Very, very difficult here. We suggest that you put in as many as the budget would allow. Our narrow first selection, however, is horse 2, I Am Regal. Muziyeni getting the ride here for Paul Peter. Last time out, finished second. A short head behind Miss Daisy, showed pace, was caught very, very late. I do think that nicely drawn at 2, and I think that the quick track will suit this one down to the ground. For second, we have gone for horse number 1, Time for Glory. Marco van Rensburg, he retains the ride here for the Bowing Yard. I'm putting a line through the last run at Greyville. Time before that, finished just over 5.5 lengths to Sweet Pepper. Finished second behind Maharani. Those are decent efforts, and again, can certainly go close. For third, we've gone for horse 3, Ipso Factor. This one maiden very, very well last time out, was handy, found a lot extra, and again, could be anything. For fourth, gone for horse 6, Lady of Power. Gavlarina for the Joey Somo yard. Gavin jumped aboard this one last time out, won really, really well. And as I said, could be anything. Very, very tricky race. And as I said, guys, put in as many as the budget would allow. Fifth race on the card. This is due off at 15:05. Conditions plate to be run over 1,000 meters. And on going through here, for us, horse number 9, Bard of Avon, looks the right one. This is 8 kilos bet off at the weights with Goodwoods, who beat it by length and 3/4. Bard of Aden was bulked on that occasion, and I really, really think that 3-1 is a good bet. I think the boys can jump onto that one. I really, really think it's a decent bet. Carrying only 52 kilos. Wow. If it's 3-1, 72, take each way, guys. I really think that this one will be hard to beat. For second, we've gone for horse number 5, Winter Stories. Rachel Venniker getting the ride here for Paul Peter. If I'm looking for negatives, first run back from a 15-week rest. They've pulled the blinkers off, which is a positive. Nicely weighted. The only other negative, I think, is drawn on the wrong side. I prefer to be drawn on the outside, especially over 1,000 meters. But previous form is very, very good. For third, we've gone for horse number 7, Nvidia, looking for an improved effort from this one. This has had 2 runs, course and distance, for a first and a second. And again, if this one gets back to its best, will certainly go very, very close. For fourth, gone for horse number 1, Bold Ransom. Gavin Arena for Paul Peter. Very, very good form. And again, should be there and thereabouts. But as I said, we think that 9 is a fair bet at around about 3-1 or 72. So the fifth race, we've got 9, 5, 7, and 1. We'll move on to the 6th race on the card. It's a draw at 15.35. MA rate at 74 handicap and over 1,000 meters. And our first selection here is horse number 2, Who's That Star? Gav Arena gets a ride here for Clinton Binder. We think that this has been running too stronger. If I'm looking for a negative, sometimes slow off by a length or so. If Gav can jump this one on terms, certainly go very close. For second, we have gone for the favorite. This is horse number 1, Spielberg. This won really, really well last time out. Muzieni jumps aboard this one. And again, can certainly give a decent account of itself. Third, we've gone for horse number 5, Scott Adito. Marco van Rensburg retains the ride for the Spice Yard. The form is there for all of us to see, being pretty close. And again, back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, gone for Ruffy, horse 6, Befooted. Henny Gledling getting the ride here for the Spice Yard. And put a line through its last run. If we sort of go further back, there has been some average form. And in this field, can run into the back end of trifectas and quartets. So race 6, gone 2, 1, 5, and 6. And again, I'm going to see what price I can get on the 2. I think it's worth a small touch. For race 7, drew off at 16.05. Made rate at 84 handicap, over 2,000 meters. Please take note, guys, horse 7, the Shawis, has been scratched. Our first selection here is the ultra consistent horse number 1, Jamala. Gabriel Peterson takes his 2.5 kilos off for Ashley Fortune. This will be running with 59.5 kilos. And I do think that this one will go pretty close, even with a top weight. For second, we've gone for horse number 2, Elusive Swan. Gavin Arena retaining the ride for the Broncos Yard. Gav rode this one last time out, ran on really, really well, and won by half a length. Can certainly give a decent account of itself. Third, gone for a little bit of a roughie here, horse 5, Quanetra. Jeff Seiser getting the ride here for Roy Magna. I'm putting a line through the last run. Faded very, very badly. But prior to that was not too bad. 2 lengths behind Catch a Green Light. Finished second to Flying Bull. 4 lengths to Abluzar. 3 lengths to Jean Carlos. And again, in a small field, maybe good enough for back end of trifectas and quartets. For fourth, gone for horse 6, Romeo's Magic. Marco van Rensburg retaining the ride for the Warren Yard. Last 2 runs have been very, very promising. And again, good enough to run a drum here. So race 7, we've gone 1, 2, 5, and 6. Move on to the 8th race on the card. This is due off at 16:35, mid-weight at 74 handicap, over 1600 meters. Please take note, guys, horse 10, Parker Geotrix, has been scratched, so that leaves us with 9 horses. And my first selection here is horse number 5, Humble Tune, and I make this probably the best bet on the card. Last 2 runs really come to light. This will jump, sit handy, nicely drawn at 1, and I certainly think that this will be the horse to beat. For second, we have gone for horse number 7, Sir Talon. Rachel Vedeke again getting a ride here for Paulie Peter. She has got some decent rides for Paul Peter. I see they're throwing blinkers back on this one, and with Rachel claiming her 1.5, this one carrying 56. Certainly must be included in swingers and exactors. For third, we've gone for horse number 1, Dawn of a New Era, Cabela Maciani, getting the ride for the Verdunese Yard, and good enough to fill in one of the minor spots. For fourth, gone for horse 4, Maccabisi, Marco van Rensburg, again retaining the ride for the Speciat. This has got some fair form. This one did run on the 28th of July, finishing 3rd, and again can certainly fill in the back end of trifectas and quartets. So the lucky last, we've gone 5, 7, 1, 4, and we do think that the 5 is one of the better bets on the card. Guys, I think that exotics are worth playing. However, as I said, the 4th race, really difficult. Load up there. Check for scratchings, check for jockey changes. Look after yourselves. Take care. Stevie, back to you in the studio, mate.
Thanks for that, the postman. We appreciate it. You've done your normal 8-race program, your bar pot, your PA, your jackpot 1 and your jackpot 2, and your best bet comes in race 8, number 5, Humble Tune at 4-1, and race 6, number 2, Who's That Star, 3-1. So that's fantastic value. You've tipped the boys. Please, Lord, let them arrive. Guys, I will be doing a football podcast with Matt. It's going to be going up tomorrow, so have a look at that if you're interested in the football for the upcoming season. And stay tuned for syndication with regards to our horses. We have secured a syndicate with Harley's Fate. She ran the other day. We didn't expect her to win first time out, but she won well. With everything against her, so we've got into a nice little filly there, and we are going to have more shares coming out soon. So guys, please stay tuned to that. Let us know if you're interested in participating in a syndicate and owning your own horse. Remember the podcast I did for you guys, anyone can own a horse, guys. So we have lots of fun with our horses, and we're very passionate about it. So I'm going to end this video now, and I'll chat to you in a video soon. Enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.